Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, с вами WWEKorgeGames, и сегодня мы начинаем новый чемпионат MLB, или бейсбол, как говорят в России. 25-й год, новый сезон. Напоминаю, в прошлом сезоне победил Лос-Анджелес Доджерс. Ну и как бы он в этом сезоне и начнет. Первый тур. Лос-Анджелес Доджерс, Чикаго White Sox. Что ж, в этом сезоне будет больше турнира. Будет у нас уже не 5 туров, а 10. Будут записана вся статистика. Если кому-то интересно, то, пожалуйста, спрашивайте. Напишу, кто чего, куда и как пробежал, сколько сделал даблов, сколько сделали пробежек, ну, все. Ну и также сетка плей-офф будет у нас ограничена 16 командами. Первая играет с 16, вторая с 15, ну и так далее. Две игры, одна в гостях, одна дома. Если выигрываешь 2-0, выходишь в следующий раунд. Если ничья 1-1, третья игра решающая. Ладно, давайте больно-то болтать не будем. Кому интересно, пожалуйста, спрашивайте. Укажу все в комментариях, всем отвечу. Так что глядим бейсбол 2025 год. Ура, ура, ура. Поехали.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Coming up on the first pitch. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Mike Tauchman leading things off and takes a strike. Pitch misses there. Ball one. This one popped up right side. And it falls. So a man on base to start the inning.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. And now 2 balls and a strike. And that's outside. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over to Betts at second for one.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get two. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least one.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Man at first, one away. Next pitch is downstairs.
One ball, one strike.
There's a strike. Popped up. Pajes makes his way towards it. Brings it in. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you've got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against him.
Andrew Vaughn in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Robert off of first with two away. On the ground. Jumps, throws, and very nicely done for the out. The White Sox leave one. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here in L.A. and on the mound in this one, Martin Perez.
Sinker cutter change. He's not overpowering velocity, not even up to 90. Which isn't, it's not like, oh, you got to have 90. If you can move the ball around, and all it's about is keeping hitters off balance. And if you can have some late movement, you miss the barrel, you get weak contact, and you can move through a game as we've seen him do this season.
Now a chance for Mookie Betts. That is upstairs for ball one. Perez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a four-seamer. Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. Missed with a changeup, and now 3 balls and a strike. And that's in for a strike.
Careful.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. That's a strike. 0-1. One out, base is empty.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
And the next pitch is way outside. This one in the air, right field. Tachman makes the grab for the second out. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
One ball.
That one not close. Now 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Two down, nobody on. Outside low, now 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
On the ground, right side. In time to Vaughn. And Freeman is retired. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We played an inning, no score. And we're back. Second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Josh Rojas. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Ohtani back to work. And a foul ball.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
One away.
Second baseman,
And here is Sosa to the plate. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
And the righty deals. That to right. Pajes brings it in. 2 away.
batting seventh, the designated hitter, Miguel.
2 outs, base is empty. So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. Vargas, 25 years old, and he was born in Cuba. 2 outs.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 and 2.
Second inning here, no score. Next pitch downstairs, and the count is 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Hit in the air, right field. Tachman makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. In the dirt, and that is ball 1. And another ball.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Ripped to short. In time to Vaughn. And they get the out on Smith.
Batting six, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
Next offering is downstairs.
No.
And delivers outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he walked him. And that's their first base runner of the game.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. Pitch is in there. 0-1. Muncy leads off first with 2 down to the inning. There's a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And he hits a ground ball right side. And that one handled. Gets it to first. And the inning is over. So the Dodgers leave one. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Next pitch is outside. That's down and in. (3-1) is on the way. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Corey Lee. And the first offering is not close.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Top of the third, no score. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
Now batting right fielder, Mike Hoffman.
Here's Mike Tauchman. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. And that misses off the outside edge.
1-0.
Fought off foul. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Nope. away.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1. And that one inside, and it hit him. And now it's Luis Robert. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss, strike one.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
In the air to left center, Hernandez sizing this one up, makes the grab, runner tagging from third. The throw's offline, he's saved. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Oh, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
Lee over at second. Tachman at first. 1 gone. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That misses the zone. 2-1. Two on, 1 out. And a swing and a miss there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Grounded to third, could be 2. Rojas for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Bottom of the inning, and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Chris Taylor. First pitch misses. Taylor, a middle infielder by trade, played his college baseball at the University of Virginia. So now 1-2.
1-2.
That one down the line, and foul ball. One, 2 now. Good job to fight that one off. On the ground to short, Baldwin. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Just missed. Missed with a changeup. Now 2-0. And there's a ball. On the corner for a strike, and the count is 3-1. That's ball
Take your base.
4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. The shortstop takes the ball.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
So Mookie Betts with a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Flied to right his first time. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Tying run in scoring position here in the last half of the third. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Grounded to third. Could be 2. To second for 1. And that's 2. So 1 hit is all they get. On to inning number 4. It's the White Sox 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, Andrew Vaughn now.
First baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Outside. And that's ball 1.
You know, these White Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Right through there for a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Here's Josh Rojas. Fly to center his first time. Fastball for a strike.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium. Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
1 down, base is empty. Foul ball still 0-2. And they'll do it again.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
To third, Muncy. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 down, base is empty. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends him packing. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. But they still lead it 1-0. Bottom 4 is Freddie Freeman now.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Misses inside. Ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Misses off the inside, and the count is even 2-2.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Fires over to first, and Freeman is retired.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Foul ball there. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is down low. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That misses. It's 2-2. Now one missed.
2 strikes.
Line drive caught.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Grounded out his first time. And that drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
That one found hard the other way. 2 out, space is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Dodgers down in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. Ohtani back to work. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
So up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. right through there for a strike. Upstairs. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. And now the count is full, and another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Lee in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Max Muncy. Outside low, ball 1. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
In time to Vaughn. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. So up next, Andy Pajes. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. The White Sox leading by a run last half of inning number 5. Ball 1 low.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
Ball, slow.
That's a walk.
That's 4. Take
Went
it
with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone. Runner on at first with 1 gone. And next is the designated hitter, Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 1. On the inside corner for a strike. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Number 64 preparing to come on if needed. Boozer also throwing. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that is downstairs. And the count is 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And here is Miguel Rojas. He reached on a walk his first time. And that is out of play. Rojas measures 6 feet even, 190 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Next pitch is outside. Pajes off of first with 2 away. And it is 2-1. Two outs. That one fouled off. 2-2. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the White Sox 1 and the Dodgers nothing. All set for the top of the 6th. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Mike Tauchman.
Right fielder, Mike Tauchman.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Swings through that one for strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Michael Grove getting ready to go. Vesia, a left-hander, also throwing. Oh, great stop. Off-balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Pickoff throw. Robert dives back in. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. Just missed. And the sweeper catches the plate.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. That missed by a lot. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. So here's the cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn. And that one fouled off. That misses, and now it's even 1-1. In the air, foul off first. Squeezes it, and that is that. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the White Sox 1, and the Dodgers nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 64.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now it's Mookie Betts, 1 for 2.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
That's in for a strike. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Gus Varland appears to be getting loose. Ellard warming up as well. Next pitch way upstairs. And Mookie takes. And that one fouled off. Two on the way. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. On to first, got him. One away on the strikeout.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance to make the contact with that pitch.
And here comes Tommy Edman. First pitch just misses. Swing and a miss.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And misses inside. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. And that one is inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering
who's going to blink first.
Stays alive. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And there's ball four. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1. I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so... Yeah.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it is gone. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good whip to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
One down. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering down in the dirt. And that's downstairs and outside. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings through it for the K. That's the first fastball we've seen today. Made it look easy.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That one fouled off. On the ground to first, Vaughn. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. That's out number 3. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Blake Trinan.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Rojas up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Looking to get the tying run on base. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that's outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
No outs, runner at first. Now here is Lenin Sosa. And that's down and away.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Fouled off down the right side. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Popped in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Miguel Vargas digs in now. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Splits the plate. That's strike 1. Just missed. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Runner holds at second, but they've got something going on here.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Brooks Baldwin getting ready to hit. He is struck out and he is walked. And that misses. And that is ball 1. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Liner caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And up next for Chicago, Corey Lee. Out to short, bats up with it. In plenty of time to first, third out. So they strand a pair. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 2 and the White Sox 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jordan Leisure.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Here's Muncy to hit. Both the infield and the outfield shifted over to the right. Inside, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
That one lined into left field, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes. That one outside. 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And now 2-0. Runner at first with no outs here. Too low, and it's ball 3.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Careful.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Chris Taylor now. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. Muncy on his horse around third. He'll score easily. Cut off, throw to third. In there safely.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's in there. 0-1.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickup if he can push a run across.
Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. On the ground, right side. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just a simple ground ball the other way, but had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now it's Mookie Betts. 1 for 3. Runner on the go. And it's fouled away. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tauchman on the move. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Tommy Edman.
And up next for Los Angeles, Tommy Edman. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Rojas, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swings over the top of that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 4 and the White Sox 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Tanner Scott. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. The White Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
That one finds the corner, 0-1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Next pitch, not close, up high. That's inside.
2-1.
Fouls one off. 2-2. And down on strikes. First out in the top of the 8th.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of, because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Luis Robert now. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Scott, an all-star a season ago, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. The delivery to Robert. Strike 2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Next pitch is inside, and it's 1-2. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And that one misses up and in. 2-2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they inch closer. It's 4-2.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
So 1 out, nobody on. Andrew Benintendi now at the plate, and that one is in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And it's even up. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Andrew
2 outs,
Vaughn.
base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn. 0 for 3 in this one. Way
1
high.
ball, no strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
This one popped up. Rojas on his way over. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. But the White Sox get one on a homer. It's now 4-2. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Cam Boozer.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's already homered here in this one. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. So they get the first out of the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
And that one is inside ball one. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Swings and misses, struck him out. Will Smith to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Off the plate inside. Ball one. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2 now. Down the left field line, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. Now a check swing, but he held up. Smith off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And makes the grab. And that is that. 1 left for LA, but they still lead this one 4-2. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kirby Yates.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. late on that fastball.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Edman in position. Nabs it. And there's one away. And next to hit for the Sox, Lenny Sosa. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That clips the zone. Strike one. Inside, just missed. The White Sox down by a pair here at the top of the ninth. One down, base is empty. Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Vargas in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That pitch gets the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Yates is just 1 strike away. And a slider misses down and away.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Got it! And that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.